students, class 9, chapter 9, probability. Here we are going to see the classical approach. See the ratio of the favorable cases to the total number of possible cases. The ratio of the favorable cases to the total number of possible cases is the probability of the event. See, the probability of the event E is denoted by the probability of the event. E is denoted as P of E, that is probability of event. See, the probability of event is the value of the number of the, I already told you, this is a ratio, right? The ratio of favorable cases to the total number of possible. Ratio means we know that it is, we can write in the division form. The number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. Here the number of favorable outcomes we take it as N of E, and the total number of outcomes. The total number of outcomes is the sample space. We sample space we denoted as S. The number of sample space is the probability of the event. For each event we use this formula to find the probability. The probability of getting an even number in a dice. What is that? Here A is the set of getting even number 2, 4, 6. Then N of A is equal to number of elements in A is equal to number of favorable outcomes. This is the favorable outcomes. The number of favorable outcomes is 3. Number of sample space. We know that we have numbered from 1 to 6 in a dice. So total number of sample space is 6. Now we want to find the probability of the event of getting even number is equal to N of A is the event, right? Let me take it as A is the event. P of A is equal to N of A divided by N of S. N of A is equal to 3 divided by 6 is equal to 1 out of 2. So 1 out of 2 we get the even number. So in this way we can find the event of the probability. Next, the chance of an event happening when expressed quantitatively is probability. The chance of an event happening when we already know that the probability means quantifying or measuring the terms. That is the probability, right? Here the chance of event happening when expressed quantifying is the probability. And sum of two probability is 1. That means there is no other probability more than 1. That is the condition. See, here sum of two probability is 1 means then the probability of A we get the even number means just now we have find out that is 1 out of 2. And the probability of odd number means odd numbers, let me take it as P of B. Odd numbers means we know that is 3, 5, right? 1, 3, 5 is the odd number. So here also we get 3. So 3 out of 6. 3 out of 6 total number of sample space. Here this instead of 2, 4, 6 here I am taking 1, 3, 5. So we get the number of B is equal to 3 and N of S is equal to 6. That is P of B is equal to probability of the event. Odd number is equal to 3 out of 6 is equal to 1 by 2. Now P of B is equal to 1 by 2. Sum of the two probability is the sum of the two probability P of A plus P of B 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 off plus off is equal to 1. Off plus off is equal to 1. So the probability of getting an even, the probability of getting an odd, sum of these two value gives 1. So that is the condition. Here we cannot get any other events in except this. That the condition, the sum of two probability is 1. Not any other events, or we can say no other outcome is possible. Let me see, it's a empirical approach. The value of probability can at least takes the value 0 and at least that is the minimum, and at the most takes the value as 1. We know that the probability never a negative value, so at least it will be a 0 and at most that is the highest value in the probability is 1. So the probability is revolves around 0 to 1, that is probability of the event is greater than or equal to 0 less than or equal to 1. That is 0 is less than or equal to the P of E less than or equal to 1. This is the condition of the probability. It always not non-negative value in probability. It may be equal to 0. It may be equal to 0 and it may be equal to 1. Never be greater than 1. Never be less than 0. In other words, we can say if an experiment is repeated for an extremely large number of times, an experiment is repeated for an extremely large number of times and a particular outcomes occurs of a percentage of time, that is the percentage of time, then the particular percentage is close to the probability. Repeated experiment we are doing and then we get some particular percentage, we get the result, right? And then the particular percentage is very close to the probability, that is very close to the probability of the outcomes. And keep in mind, the probability never be negative value and not more than 1. So this is the condition, 0 less than or equal to P of E less than or equal to 1. Thank you, students.